So, the drama came back. Has it been half a year already? Has Pyromancer lasted another half year between dramas? I feel like it was less, but I'm not sure. Anyways, to summarize what I think this is probably another apology. I don't know. I hope he's not apologizing at this point. It's just like, listen, guys, I cannot control my emotions. Fuck it. I deleted Twitter. Fuck it. It's like, move on. It's like nothing to apologize for anymore. But yeah, so basically, okay, so let me summarize basically what the Pyromancer saga, okay? World of Warcraft bad. He rage quit, hardcore, lost his shit. I think he threw away all of his World of Warcraft stuff, or maybe he put it in storage. I don't know. After that, we switched to Final Fantasy 14. He had massive success. Some people claim he had 15,000. Some say he was like at 5,000. Doesn't matter. He had massive success when he was doing MSQ for Final Fantasy 14. Then he dropped to like 500. But before he dropped to 500, even 300, 200 views that he has now, he quit his job and he managed to pay off all of his debts. He moved to a new house. He married his girlfriend. And then the next drama happened, something that has to do with Xenos, Xenosis Vex, something about, he said something that Pyro didn't watch the whole video, took out of context, and then he also said that he had some financial issues. His girlfriend or wife at that point, I guess, went through something happened to her, an emergency, and he had to put his tattoo on credit because he couldn't afford to pay for his tattoo. The guy had to get the tattoo. I don't know what to tell you. He had to get the tattoo, so he put the tattoo on credit. And the latest drama is that he basically said, if you're not subbing to his stream, if you don't give him money, you should leave. The stream is not for you. Because when you are streaming on a free platform for free, you should have people subscribe to you. You are entitled to people subscribing to you and giving you money. So that's pretty much the summary. Let's see what he has to say. He doesn't like that people use ad blocker, basically. And ads give him money. So if people don't watch ads, he don't get money. Therefore, you should leave because you're not giving him money anyways. Or sub so you can give him money. Let's go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor. I'm gonna be going by Taylor for you guys in today's video, just to make this a little bit more personal instead of Pyromancer, as most of you know.
I don't understand this whole thing about it being more personal because you use your real name. If I know you as Pyromancer, it doesn't matter if you're coming at me as Taylor. I mean, you're the same guy. This is, I think, what Asmongold is talking about, this whole parasocial bullshit, where it's like, yeah, there's parasocial from the viewers, but this is what parasocial from the streamer looks like. Okay, you don't need to come at me with your real name. It doesn't matter. I know you as Pyromancer. Stay that way. I don't need to be more personal with you.
Know me by the entity that I use for all my Twitch and Twitter and stuff. Well, what I had for Twitter.
Yeah, you have a month to get it back.
I just want to have a really honest conversation with you guys.
Yeah.
Comments open on this video. I know people are going to rip me apart. I think it was potentially a mistake in the past to have disabled comments, so I'll let you guys say what you want to say.
Bro, never disable comments. Never be a bitch, because then people remember you as a bitch. Have the worst steak in the world. Fuck it.
Pretty known. I'm well known
To be a
not
man-child.
just in Final Fantasy, but in World of Warcraft as well, for not really thinking too much before I speak, and being reactionary in nature with a lot of things.
Honestly, this is probably the only advice I can give someone like Pyromancer. Grow the fuck up. From one grown-ass man-child to another. Grow the fuck up. Think before you speak. You're the only one who is in charge of your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. Right? Grow the fuck up. You're not a kid anymore. Learn to control yourself. Okay? Having a temper tantrum should have ended at like the age of like 10 at most. Okay? It's like you feel yourself getting angry, learn how to control it. Fucking, I don't know, do some deep breathing. I don't know, whatever helps you. But like, and the funniest thing is, it's not like you're so angry that you're yelling at someone. You're so angry that you're typing something. Instead of hitting enter or like whatever, send, delete it. You don't have to send it.
And that's true. It's really hard for me to take criticism and feedback without taking it as like a personal attack. This is something
I don't know
I've
why.
struggled with for a very long time. I know that it leads me to, honestly, to just being a jerk a lot.
Yes.
Because of the way that makes me feel. In this case, you know, I said some shit on Twitter. I deleted my Twitter, for the record. I'll explain why. The reason why I deleted my Twitter. It's actually not the first time I've deleted my Twitter.
Like
I
I said, it is a
Twitter
month.
is very good for my health, or necessarily anyone's health, for that matter.
Fair. I agree with him on that.
And when I go on there, I often it's like because I'm frustrated like about something and I like want to say something, and I think especially
Twitter to streamers is like forum is to World of Warcraft, okay? You never find the happy people on the forums of WoW. You know why? Because the happy people that play WoW are playing WoW. The unhappy ones are on the forums because they're not playing WoW. This is what Twitter is to a lot of streamers, okay? Obviously, some streamers use it as content and to garner views and stuff like that. I get it. But a lot of people who like take out their frustrations on Twitter, this is what it is. Okay, it's literally like WoW forums for them for everything that is related to anything else.
since I don't really
It's an outlet.
through, I just start typing things
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, it just comes out and it's not very good. And I think I just get myself in trouble, you know? It's like if some people had like a fast car, you know, it's better not to have a fast car because maybe they would speed more and they'd get themselves in trouble. Maybe it's better for me to not have outlets, especially like as someone who, you know, people like follow and stuff, you know, kind of like a YouTube figure, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like there's like extra responsibility that goes with that, and
influencer.
And I basically
influencer.
So I saw. Let me explain the whole thing. So I saw a post.
Honestly, I would say in his case, I would say escape like Twitter can be good for him, yes, but it's like I would much rather him deal with the issue, learn to deal with it, than completely escape it. Obviously, Twitter might be like too much, but like, you know, he needs to learn to deal with it. In my opinion, if he could use Twitter to deal with it, he would have a much better time. But obviously, if he can, then whatever.
From someone that was complaining.
I'm not one to escape from my troubles. I'd rather face them.
Twitch Turbo is going up. If you guys don't know, Twitch Turbo is still a thing, and it's a thing that allows you to have ads on like anyone's streams.
Oh, nice.
If you guys didn't know, if you subscribe to a stream, you don't have ads on that stream. That's one of the benefits of subscribing.
That's good.
Well, the person said something along the lines of, and I don't know. I'm not gonna make another Twitter to go back and find out.
Something about use ad blocker.
Something along the lines of, you know, time to turn ad block back on. Like this is ridiculous. Like, you know, and I'll be recommending ad block for my viewers as well. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not really thinking it through, you know, as I'm known for. I'm like, well, wait a second. Like advertisements like are beneficial for like the streamer, and, you know, I was trying to take the stance of like, what I initially said was I retweeted it and I said, or, consider subscribing to support streamers, instead of using ad block.
Not exactly how he said it, is it? If he said it like that, there would be no drama. Absolutely none. Or consider subscribing to support the streamer. That's also great. But that is not what he said. that is not the way it was said.
Because I feel like using like ad block, it's like fuck you Twitch, but at the same time like it does technically hurt the streamer too. But I said I made some other remarks.
It does, but that is not up to the viewer to fix. That is up to the streamer to figure out a way around it. If you watch Preach videos, you would see that while he's streaming, he has silent ads sometimes popping up. I'm not subscribed to Preach. I don't watch him very long. Maybe there are ads during the stream as well, probably because it's Twitch. But during the stream, he has his own ads that are popping on the screen that kind of like move the stream, make it a bit smaller, and pop up the ad. He is getting revenue for that. Okay? There are other ways to make ads work that have nothing to do with ad blocker. Okay? It's up to the streamer to troubleshoot this shit. Not up to the viewer. The viewer wants a viewing experience. The reason people were watching TV back in the day, I don't watch TV now, but the reason Netflix is so successful is because when you were watching TV and you were watching a movie, in a 1.5 hour movie, you would get about like 50 minutes of ads. Okay, every 5 to 10 minutes, you would get 5 to 10 minutes of ads. Okay, nobody liked that. What did Netflix do? Hey, you want to watch movies? Not a problem. No ads in the middle. Just give us a subscription. Right? Twitch is very similar. However, if there's a way to avoid the ads without paying, you better believe that people are going to do it. It's up to you as the creator to figure out how to still monetize this shit.
After that were more
Sorry. In other words, it's up to the creator to do some fucking work. No offense, but let's be real.
Aimed at people that I don't think really were at all deserving of what I said. And that was that if you're a smaller streamer, around and you can't even hold, like 3 to 5
sure
consistent viewers, then you're not like much of a streamer, and maybe you shouldn't have such a big mouth about
So I agreed with him overall on this point. People who have low streams, me for example, I can't even call myself a streamer. And honestly, if you're not monetizing on your streams, if you cannot make money, like pay the rent, whatever, you're not a streamer, okay? Like straight up, you're not a streamer. That being said, you're stream for a hobby. It's not your job. You just do it because you do it, whatever. That being said, you still are allowed to have an opinion. You might understand about these things more than some streamers. God forbid people are interested in a subject and learn about it without actually partaking in it. God forbid. Right? So I didn't like that he said that it's like your opinion doesn't matter. Obviously, some opinions matter more if you have the experience. But hey, listen. Some people know more than others, even if they're not actively streaming.
Like ad-related feedback and stuff like that, when you don't really like benefit from the ads because you don't have a lot of viewers, right? Which obviously is like
neither here nor there.
You can insert the fucking meme of the whole room like face palming. You know what I mean? Like that's such a rough, even paraphrasing, like it's such a rough thing to say.
It was
really
just
not thought out.
It just felt like a personal attack rather than like attacking the argument. You could have just ignored it. If their opinion doesn't matter, ignore it. But because you took your time to address it, you're attacking the arguer, not the argument. People don't like that. People call you out on that shit.
Not very well thought out. And
yeah.
continued on to say like
Mhm.
ads can make up a significant portion of your revenue and those kinds
Sure.
of things. And I made a comment about how like if you're using ad block and you're not subbing and you're not using Twitch Turbo, then you're not really like monetarily supporting the streamer in any way,
But you are.
which is not entirely true.
Yeah.
Because viewers, you know, every viewer does matter. Every viewer does count. And I think I said two different things that, like, you know, that made smaller streamers feel really bad. And I want to clarify, like,
I don't care.
what I mean, you know, and
But I'm not a streamer.
apologize, you know.
I mean, I stream, but I'm not streaming.
I don't want to feel like I'm, you know, crapping on anyone's dreams. You know what I mean? That's not the point. At all. And it definitely came out that way of like, well, you know, you're not a fucking streamer if you don't have a lot of views. And you know, the obvious perspective.
You're not a fucking streamer if it's not making you money, okay? You're not a fucking streamer, okay? If you're like, okay, listen to this. If you take a side job, let's say you're doing like side jobs, you go on like Kijiji, whatever, or Craigslist, and you're like, hey, like I'm looking for a side gig, just like wash someone's windows here and there. It's like you get 4 houses a week and whatever, and you call yourself a window washer. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just doing a side hustle. You're just side hustling. You're not a window washer, okay? That's not your main job. It's not your career. That's not like anything. It's a side hustle. If you're streaming and not making money from it enough to like support anything, bro, you're not a fucking streamer, okay? Like, stop with this bullshit. Like, don't overthink this, okay?
Response to that is like, well, everyone starts somewhere. And that's definitely true.
Yeah, but you don't start as a streamer.
I can explain all the little semantics of the situation, but I think the bottom line is that I made a bunch of people who aspire to what I do.
Nope. That's not what happened.
Only ever even turned on a stream because they watched mine. And I say to them, you know, I don't care about your opinion because you don't have viewers, is how it comes out. Like, what the
I bet not many people felt too offended about this. At least I can't, like, if you were offended by this, I'm sorry. Like, you are gonna end up like a pyromancer here, okay? You're too emotionally invested if you took offense to that. I think what people took offense to is, I wouldn't even say offense. What people didn't like about your takes, Pyro, is that you just talk as if you're entitled to something. Just because you're a streamer, you're not entitled to views. Just because you were successful streamer during MSQ at some point, and now you're just like, you're still top 1% probably, okay? But you're nowhere near where you were. You're not entitled to anything. And even, honestly, even if you were making 20,000 views every stream, you're not entitled to anything. You should be thankful for every one viewer you have. Straight up. Literally just thank you. Not like, you know, thank you, kiss their feet. Just a thank you. Okay? That's all it is. Just humble yourself a little bit. Think about this way. People are taking time out of their day to watch you. Don't think of it as in like, I am so great people are watching me. I am so thankful people enjoy my content so much that they are willing to give me the time of day. That's how you should shift your mentality. Humble yourself a little bit. Because the people who are giving you money essentially are those people as well that are watching. Not Twitch.
Fuck. You know, so
and other streamers too.
For that. And while I do stand by some of the things I say about like ads and ad blocking and stuff
that's
like that.
fine.
The intention certainly is not to make anyone feel like because they haven't achieved a certain level that their voice doesn't matter, because that's not the case. And I also like don't want viewers to feel like just because if they can't sub that they're not like worth anything. And I think for people that consistently watch the stream, of which there are still many, believe it or not, they, you know, understand like there's been moments in the chat where someone's like, oh, you know, I would love to sub, but you know, I can't until payday. Like, sorry, Pyro. And I'm like, I'm never like, oh, dude, like brokey, can't fucking sub. You know what I mean? Like that would never be my response. It would always be like, dude, don't.
If it was, that Twitch stream would die so fucking fast.
apologize for that. Like, don't worry. Like, maybe someone can gift you a sub or something. Like, you never apologize for that. Like, that is not the impression that I want to give. And
But that's the impression you're
am
giving.
an asshole for making people feel like that's the implication. Like, no, obviously
Yeah.
having more viewers helps. Like, I know that. I know that. And like, it doesn't matter if you're, it really doesn't matter if you're subbed or not. I fully am aware of that. So I don't want it to seem like I feel entitled to your money or anyone's money, because I'm not at all. I'm only able to do what I do because of viewer support, consistency, and
You're not only not entitled to people's money, you're also not entitled to their time. And you should be thankful that they're willing to spend time, let alone money.
and the people that have, you know, seen me through the thick and thin, and there's a lot of them. Thank goodness for that, because, you know, I've said and done a lot of dumb shit, you guys. As Taylor, you know, like Pyromancer, like I said, is an entity, is the online persona, so to speak, but it's not like,
No, it's not. Don't even pull that shit as if it's like a different, like, oh, I'm just putting on a character. No, it's not. You're being yourself. It's just your online name is Pyromancer. You're still being Taylor the whole time. You're not putting on a facade. You're not pulling a Dr. Disrespect here, okay? Where it's like two different people. Like, most people won't even know what he looks like in real life because he's always like that, okay? Are you exaggerating some emotions sometimes? Maybe, yeah. But you're still technically you. You're not putting on a fucking facade, okay?
like, it's not like I in my personal life, I'm like, oh, fucking, you know what I'm like, it just,
Yeah.
it just, I get like upset, and it comes out so fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
because
just
don't
not
think.
thought
You
out.
don't
Like, I
take
need
time.
like, one, you know, a piece of feedback I saw on Twitter a couple times was like, you really need to read your tweets and like read what you're saying before you post it. It's like, you know what, they're right. And I have literally lived with this struggle for my entire life. You know, I'm not gonna go ahead and blame an inability to, like, fucking, it's not even inability. I'm not gonna blame,
Yeah,
like,
man, he
failing
changed that.
to, you know,
Thank God he
proofread my
said it's
shit
not
and make
an
sure I don't sound
ability.
like an asshole on my mental issues that I have. But it sure as fuck does not help. You know, it's just, you know, foot in mouth sometimes. And it's just,
Out of topic. What is with all these, like, not all, so many Twitch streamers having mental issues? It's like, is that like a prerequisite to be like a good Twitch streamer, to have mental issues? Like, what's going on here?
you know, how many fucking, you know, how many things have I done now that have tarnished the Pyromancer name, and you know, made Taylor as a person look like a fucking asshole too.
I'm not gonna lie. The same thing that is tarnishing the Pyromancer name also gave you the Pyromancer name. Let's be real. The reason you got all, like, so many views on FF14 MSQ, aside from, like, obviously, like, the Asmongold that just started playing it, whatever, like, and Rich Campbell was playing it, like, everybody was playing it, Final Fantasy 14, okay? Aside from that, the reason you were so well known, especially at that time, and kudos to you, you capitalized on it, but man, you fucked up hard at some point and you lost a lot of people. The reason you got so many people to watch you is because of your first outrage. To the point that, honestly, right now, people think that's like every time your relevancy drops, you have to create a new outrage, which, by the way, you could say it's like, well, I have mental issues and this affects my mental issues, therefore I have outbreaks. Maybe. Whatever. I don't know. Sounds like an excuse. But that's how much your first outrage when you quit WoW played in your favor. It is insane. So whatever's tarnishing your name now is actually what gave you your name in the first place. Like, straight up. All right? No beef, but straight up. That's pretty much what it was.
To however many people out there, because he's opinionated on fucking, you know, streamer stuff, and fucking chairs, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, imagine.
like I
Oh,
understand
that was
like
the
why I
drama.
get memed. Like
Yeah.
I understand, you know, like why people have the perspective that they do, because
I mean,
it
thank God
is
you understand it,
what
bro.
unfortunately has like arisen in a common perception from the shit that's happened. And it's just like,
And the thing is, look, I get it. And you know why the thing with the chair was so important to him? It had nothing to do with the chairs. It had nothing to do with the Lalafels. Pyro, in that time, was delving too deeply into like politics and especially unfairness, like blacks and whites, trans and non-trans, Hogwarts legacy bullshit, right? All this drama of excluding people, and then this chair hit, and he's like, he saw the correlation between the politics of like exclusivity and how this chair is playing a very similar role. That's why he got upset. He was just like, he was already fuming, or like he already had like a very strong opinion about those politics, but he doesn't want to be a political streamer. But then when the came to the chair, it's like, I can talk about this because this has to do with the chair, and I have a strong opinion about these politics. I'm not saying I know. I mean, I did say I know. I'm gonna correct myself. I'm not 100% sure this is what it is, but I'm very sure that this is what it was.
you know, I don't believe that, like, I as a person am quite what a lot of you think that I am, and I hope that at FanFest I can show you that if I get to meet you, and show, you know, some humility, and that I'm just a person, and that I know that, and I just, you know,
The thing is, seeing a person's true colors when they are trying to show you what they want to show you is never gonna happen. Like, they can meet you in real life and you'll be the nicest person. That won't change. It's like, you are judged by your worst characteristic, not your best. Everyone can put on a performance, right? You're judged based on your worst, always, right? It's like the whole anagram of like a dick sucker in jail. You can build thousands of bridges, but you suck one dick, you're a cocksucker. Okay, like that's how it is, right? You're always judged by your worst characteristics. So the only way for you to like change your image is to make your worst characteristics a lot better than what you are known for. That's your only way. People can meet you in FanFest, and honestly, I'll be real with you, only the ones who are still your fans will probably approach you. Like unless some people want to really test you and be like, yo, Pyro, I used to watch your stream all the time, but man, I just can't do it anymore. Like, you're full of hate, you're just like always raging, you're attacking your community, man, I just couldn't watch you. Hope you have a good day and leave. And you'll be fine with it? Maybe. You can, like, maybe. But, like, highly doubt that this will not affect you. And be honest with yourself. You know it would affect you. Okay? It would affect anyone. Can you imagine someone being, like, that, blunt with you in real life, someone you don't know, and hitting you at a point that hurts? Anyone could be affected. Maybe not the one person, but if like multiple people just gather up and just start telling you this, bro, of course you're gonna be affected. So they won't do it, obviously.
This isn't, I also want to throw out there, this isn't about like, oh, you know, break the emergency glass, you know, like, there's been some people that have unfollowed, and I'm not expecting that putting out a video is gonna bring people back. That's not the point. I mostly just wanted to apologize for you know, making aspiring streamers feel like shit and feel
whatever,
invalidated, and
fuck us.
because I think I have a way of
I
being
think
kind of like self-reductive.
the thing is he's apologizing for the completely wrong thing. Because I think most people would agree that what he said wasn't completely wrong. Bad taste, whatever. Most people were outraged because of your self-entitlement. You saying that small streamers that average 3 to 5 views, like, their opinion barely matters when it comes to ad revenue? Fuck it. Whatever. Because what are the odds they actually understand ads? Not that high, okay? Like, they haven't encountered that. They're not in that situation. They don't know how much. They usually probably don't know how much to charge for an ad. Nothing. They don't know shit, okay? So it's like, what? Would their opinion really matter? Not really, okay? So I don't think anyone's really, like, majority of people who were upset about what you said were not upset over that. They were upset because of the first thing where you said that's like, if you're not following, if you're not subbing, just don't watch my stream, shit like that. You sounded like that Twitch streamer, Thinosaurus, whatever her name was, who's like, it's just $5, just sub, it's just $5. Why are you here if you're not subbing? That's what you sounded like, and people don't like that.
In that, like,
nothing else really mattered. That was the only problem.
I don't think I often consider enough, like maybe how many people have at least at some point seen a snippet of my content, a piece of it, got an impression of me. Maybe it was good, maybe it was bad. And, you know, like, I think that
I'm not gonna lie, every snippets, I never watched the stream fully. But like, I did jump in multiple times, and every time he was either in the middle of attacking his chat or he was being a snowflake about something. And I'm not saying snowflake lightly. I'm saying snowflake in the sense that it's like too emotionally invested with things that are not relevant to him. Like this whole like J.K. Rowling thing. It's like, oh, I'm so upset. It's like, bro, just shut the fuck. You know you're not. It has nothing to do with you. Like, no one, like, it doesn't feel real, right?
I don't think that I fully grasp like how many people are gonna see it, how it's gonna affect people, like how it's gonna make people feel. Like, I don't know. I guess sometimes I forget that like people give a that people.
No, okay. First of all, you never should care what people feel if what you say is your true belief. Okay? It's fine to be corrected on stuff and acknowledging your mistakes, but you should never feel bad for people feeling bad from what you actually believe. Now, that being said, I believe that what he wrote was not his actual belief. Okay? It did show. So, okay, so let me rephrase that. What he wrote regarding the following and the sub, I don't think that is his actual belief. Where, like, it's his actual belief that's like, if you're not subbing, you're not supporting the stream monetarily. I think he believes that. And to an extent, it's pretty true. Like, let's be real. One random viewer is not changing his changing his monetary value at all. Okay, a bunch of them, yeah, but the one follower, like, let's say you have 100 subs and like 101 viewers, like, yeah, like the one guy is not doing anything. So he's right about that, right? But you can still word things a bit better. You can be blunt and honest, and that's fine. I mean, that's like Andrew Tate unapologetically, right? Or you can be blunt, but stick to your point. Because you start fucking throwing swings randomly at like random shit with your tweets.
Give a shit about what I have to say, and you know, I'm not trying to like get pity for that at all. I'm just, you know, it's a thing that I struggle with, and not just when I am streaming. I mean, it's something that I struggle with, you know, all the time, and I think that's another discussion for another video. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would like to hear how things have been going mentally for me. I can talk about that if you're interested. Like I've been seeing a therapist, and
I've been seeing a therapist since the last fucking outbreak. Clearly not helping. Save yourself some money. Do some fucking meditation, some fucking Pilates, like go for more hikes. Like, I don't know. Honestly, go lift weights. Lifting weights is a proven way that, like, it's known to reduce stress more so than a lot of other physical activities. Literally, lifting weights, right? Your muscles will release a certain hormone that reduces stress more so than any other physical activity. Like, just do that. See how you feel. Okay? And I mean, like, lift weights, like fucking, you know, not go to the gym and be like, I can do 30 of this, but I'll just do 15. That's not lifting weights, okay? That's just like pretending to work out. Okay, I'm talking about like almost to failure weights, you know? The 8 to 15 range that's like 14, you're like, you know, like you're just fucking like can't move. Go do that. Therapist, bro, tell me about your feelings. How do you feel, and how does that make you feel? Now, I'm not saying therapists are not, like, they have a place, okay? But has to, like, it's so weird to me that there are not enough therapists to accommodate the demand. Meanwhile, therapist is an overall pretty recent, like, new gig. Okay, it's only been like 60, 70 years since it's like became actually a thing. Like, what, everyone's developing mental crises? How about be more fucking active and just like more thoughtful of yourself? How about eat better food that makes you feel better instead of like poisoning yourself? How about just being overall healthier? So much of your mental fatigue has to do with your physical problems.
Been taking medication for a while now.
Or so I read in a book. And bro, honestly, taking medication, oh my god, bro, don't even get me started.
And I don't know if that's something that might help people.
Clearly not.
My struggles that I, you know,
don't
dealing with individually, and I think
don't do it.
See a lot of the time manifesting in my behavior, and it's not okay. It's not okay, but
it's not okay, and we should not fucking know about it. It's your personal fucking life. This is what I mean, like, where it's like, you're not Pyromancer, you're Taylor. Like, you're not Taylor, you're Pyromancer. It doesn't matter, because, like, you're putting everything out there. It's like, there's no character that is blocking information onto Taylor. It's like, oh, you know Pyromancer, then you know Taylor. It's the same fucking dude.
I really do think that there's been some good things to talk about, and I think on my
stream, talk
for
about that
those
shit.
That have watched, like when I did all my Final Fantasy VII stuff, it was super enjoyable. Currently, that stuff is locked behind subs, and has been for a while.
Fuck it, yeah, whatever.
But I do have it all saved, and I you know, could put that on YouTube and stuff like that. I just I don't know. I just haven't been in like a headspace to like talk about things. You know, I think that there's a lot of like I talk too much, if anything, you know, and coming on and apologizing and addressing every single individual thing that I do is getting exhausting. And I just, you know, it's best for me to just not be on Twitter and to just have a different place to put that energy in. And if I'm having, you know, like a hard time dealing with, you know, like frustrations about what someone said or whatever, like I need to be going to a friend and talking about that and not going
Jesus, I feel bad for your friends. Bro, who gives a shit what some dude says online? Who fucking cares, man? Holy, you need to start differentiating between like real like conversation and just internet trolls, even if they're not being trolls, they're being serious. Who gives a shit? Right? And also, I have like my heated debates on Twitter. But it's like as soon as it's over, I'm done. Like it's like it's out of my mind. Like who cares? Unless it was funny, then I can tell a joke about it to my friends, whatever. Right? But I never like, dude, like no one wants to. If you're a friend that always like needs your friends to like mentally boost you, your friends will learn to like kind of detest you. They just won't want to hang out with you anymore at some point because you're just being a bother. A lot of friends just want to hang out, especially if like you were with the dudes at like he's like what, mid-20s, maybe reaching 30s, bro. At 30s, man, like when your friend's gonna have kids and shit, the last thing they need from their friend is drama. They just want to fucking relax. And bro, if like their women are the drama, you do not want to be the guy who's hanging out with the dudes and bringing in drama. Sometimes, it's like, hey guys, I need advice. Okay, that's fine. But bro, if it's gonna be often, nah. I don't remember the last time we hang out like every 2-3 weeks with me and the boys, just watch like MMA, whatever. Like I don't really care about it, like drink a beer or whatever, have like meat and fruit and whatever, just like have a blast, whatever, relax by the pool or something like that. Okay. I don't remember the last time we talked about anything that is drama. We usually talk about like we talk about like either how bullshit the fight is, business ideas, how to make more money, and literally dumb shit that we saw online, like just funny stuff, right? Or like funny stuff that happened at work. There's absolutely no drama. Because the drama is life. Life is fucking drama, man. When you're with the boys, man, no drama.
Yeah, and on Twitter and talking about that, it's like
super based take, I know.
Make a fucking thing out of it. But yeah, I really do value value is such a bad like I appreciate the presence of each individual person that comes to the stream, regardless of whether they're subbed or even if they're not even following.
I guess in the context of things, saying the word value maybe not the best.
And again, I'm sorry for I just need to slow down and like think about things before I say them and just not keep word vomiting all over the place. So, and for anyone saying that I never apologized to Zeems, that's not true. Me and Zeems DM'd and we talked it out 1-to-1.
And he was still banned in your chat for some reason.
Say that because I've still
which he didn't care about.
That's not true.
Who cares?
I don't want to make anyone. My opinion about like, I'm just not gonna. I don't know. I just need to think.
It's like don't give my opinion. I need to think about my opinions from now on.
Feel free to leave a comment if you would like. This video is not going to be monetized.
Who cares?
And
see things like this. Like, why are you mentioning this? Like, who cares? Who would even give it a thought? Monetize it. Who gives a shit? Honestly, I would have. Fuck it. Who cares, bro? Fucking get paid. Who gives a shit if it's monetized?
Yep, that's pretty much it. No plugs or anything. I will maybe see you for some actual content at some point, but I don't have a lot of motivation or interest in like doing that much YouTube stuff. That's why there hasn't really been anything in a while. And
to just hire a fucking editor for clips or something. But honestly, if there's nothing to clip, then I get it.
I don't know. I think just confidence has been, not great. So
yeah.
Anyway, I will see you next time. And once again, I'm sorry if I'm sorry for hurting, the feelings of people and really not getting
again, like it's just missing the point. Like, you don't understand what you're sorry about. I'm not a person who takes things personally or cares to be involved in anyone's drama. However, we have now reached a point where I feel like I have been supportive of you, and you have specifically told me and the rest of your viewers, quote, well, if you aren't subbing, then you may as well unfollow and leave the stream. Yes. So I did, regardless of your intent with that statement. It is disrespectful. That's what it was. It was just fucking disrespectful. I watch various streamers, and frankly, while I support with a subscription when I am able, I can't for everyone. I'm not interested in having so many subs that Twitch is a monthly bill. If you don't consider viewers to be support of your channel, then you don't deserve them. It's sad because I genuinely enjoy watching your content, but there's only so many times you can be casually forgiven. Even as a viewer myself, you have directly snapped at me in chat for a comment that had no ill intent. I brushed it off because, again, I don't typically take things personally. You can apologize now, and I believe that you mean it, but if the words came out in the first place, then it did come from somewhere. Yeah, buddy, smart. There's some degree of truth. I don't harbor ill will, and I wish you the best, but if you're going to actively tell me to leave your stream because I'm not good enough, then I'm not interested in expending any of my energy, time, or money trying to stick around. There you go. That's all it is, right? I don't like, he didn't take this as an offense. It's just disrespectful, and you think like you don't care about people. Like, that's all it is, right? I don't think he's like offended. I don't think he's losing sleep over this. That's all it is. At this point, he should just own that he is who he is and doesn't really care about other people's opinions. Amen. People want drama, not YouTube apologies and Twitter. Dude, I would like his I don't think I'll ever make a YouTube apology. Like, I don't like I don't know. Oh my god. Look at the thing here. That's interesting. At JK. Thing is, I'm not even really bothered by ads most of the time. Usually listening or watching while doing some... Yeah, and I think a lot of viewers are like that. So again, keep on. If you don't consider viewers to be supportive of your channel, then you don't deserve them. End of story. Yes. Basically, yes. He made a weird statement. The more viewers he gets, the more he will attract, even if they just sub and never pay. The streamer with a higher number is validated and will get actual paid subs eventually. And honestly, here's the thing. The more viewers you have, the more ads will try to like hook up with you. Like, that's how it is. Telling people that don't pay to just go away is like shooting yourself in the foot. It makes no sense. Most viewers don't pay, but they attract payers that feel validated by the crowd. Bro, well said. Holy big fucking thumbs up. It's like, why would you pay money in World of Warcraft for like a cool mount if there are no players to see you on that cool mount? There have to be the non-payers to see the payer, right? Like, that's usually how like pay to win and all that shit works. You have to have the small fish to feed the whales, right? As the statement goes. Anyways, that is the video. Pyromancer, honestly, dude, all I'm gonna say is grow up. That's all. Like, honestly, like, it's just grow up. That's all it is. I would say, like, this, his biggest problem is he's still stuck as a kid. Just grow the fuck up. He's in a very childish mentality. And dude, takes one to know one, by the way. I have a massive childish mentality with some things, not this specifically. But like, just grow the fuck up, right? Stop taking things like, life is too short for you to worry about this type of bullshit. And that's what I'm gonna leave it as. Life is too short to worry about this type of bullshit. Till next time.